Welcome back. In this very short tutorial, we're going to cover forms, tips, penalties, and more. So start by going to your now familiar transaction tab and open up your transaction page with all your transactions on it and click on one of them. When you do, you will come to your steps and actions page with the steps across the top and the actions under each step. We're going to go through the various bells and whistles that Quiglr provides and start with download forms. Now, if you are on the NAR code only application, you will only have one form, and I will tell you about it under penalties. However, if you are on the premium version and we have loaded federal and state content for you in addition to the code, you will have many forms. You'll have some of the federal forms as well as your state forms. So this is where you would just click and we will provide them, and they are associated with each one of the actions that requires that form. The second tab is what will my client see, and this is actually something that agents requested of us. As you know, Quiglr is free to all consumers so that they can log in anytime and they can see what an agent is required to do at each step of the transaction. So agents said to us, would you please show us what the client will see? So we were delighted to respond to that, and we have created that tab. So when you click on it, this is how the particular action is articulated for the consumer and how they will read it. Then if you want to know why you must do this particular action, this is where we give you the exact citation from either federal law, state law, the NAR code, or all three. Then you get the penalties. Now, the penalties are, of course, what is imposed by you if you don't follow the Y tab, and they too can be federal law, state law, as well as the NAR code. In this case, notice here the NAR code indicates a particular form, and that form is a chart which NAR has created that tells us exactly what the penalty is for a particular infraction. So if you want to see it, just click on the forms. But in addition to this, you should know that not verbalized here is the fact that in May of 2018, NAR empowered local boards to also take those who are guilty of infractions and out them. Not all boards have decided to do that, but you may check to see whether your board has. It's not something that's very good for your business. And then finally, there's professional tips. And we encourage you to participate in providing your professional tips and sharing them with everyone else. This is a collection of tips that agents are giving us about a particular way to implement an action or a way to talk to a seller or a buyer about something that might be a little bit sensitive. And we're sharing those here. So it's just to give you some background and some idea to help you implement the various actions that you find here. That's it. Thank you for joining us here at Quiglr, and thank you for going through all these tutorials with us.